Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Leo. I see four people in the room already. Happy. When's today? It's Tuesday, right? And yeah. No, it's Wednesday. What the hell? The day's been just going. Just kind of melding. Hi, Lisa. Uh, they've been just kind of melding together. And the months, it's already July, what is it? July 21st. So, but yeah, welcome. Hi, everyone. I actually came prepared. So, I got these, of course. I don't like to sit down there and like look down, um, and read to you because that's just stupid. So, hi, Jane. Mega days. Yep. Jane is right. And Jody, I love you, sweetheart. I love you all. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of let everyone kind of trickle in because I know it's just now 8 p.m. But yes, Jane. Hi, Kelly. Um, uh, my gosh. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Actually, fuck this. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm working on that. Screw this. I'm going to actually go to my main screen and read it as I talk to you. When we go into the astrology, because there's a lot of stuff happening. I better be good. And Deborah. Hi, Deborah. I'm going to start actually with talking about Deb. And she gave me permission to tell the story. I hope it's you, Deb. But I met her, was it yesterday or the day before? Um, and she came and it was so funny. She came for a reading and um, her husband comes through. They said, Dad, yesterday. And it was her father came to her. Her husband, thank God, is still alive. But I always love to share these stories. So when they give me permission. So hi, Tabby. Tabby, my neighbor. She's not the crazy neighbor, although you could say she's crazy like me because I see dead people, all that. I'm joking. Um, uh, but um, but yeah, the thing is yeah, Deb came to see me, and all of a sudden, the first thing out of my mouth was, um, "Who's Jack?" I believe, yeah, it was before you were recording it, because I have my clients record them if they want to, and then we started talking about Jack brings through Jack is Deb's brother. He's a hoot. And then her father comes through. And so later on, towards the end of the reading, and of course, Deb did not ask this to test me. Okay, she wasn't doing this to test me. She just wanted to know if her father could give me the answer. And she asked me, "Could you ask my father, what his nickname was?" I was sitting there, and I keep hearing, and for about 5 freaking minutes, I'm like thinking, okay, let me see if I can get this, or if he can tell me, because he's the one that was telling me. And he kept saying, "Dude, hey, dude, hey, dude." Now I kept thinking he was trying to say, "Hey, listen to me, hey, dude," but she started when I said "Hey, dude," she cracked up. She said that was the nickname. So yeah, funny story. But yeah, so much to talk about. I want to first of all wish thank you, Mandy. My hair, I actually cut myself. I should have had my beautiful niece Felicia, because she is an actual stylist who knows what the hell she's doing. I'll be going to her for coloring and stuff like that. So anyway, and Felicia, I love you. I know that I'm not sure if you are coming in or not, but yeah, I sent my family like some text today of the broadcast. Not that they'll watch because they normally don't, but and that's okay because they're so busy. But my family is here, and let me see here. Um, yes, lots of change coming up. Past 6 weeks for me, actually for all of us. I bet you could relate. There's been a lot of loss, and one. I'm going to call him a jackass because he's here in spirit. He was here, and like I said, Mandy and Evan and Jimmy, forgive me, I forget when I talked to you guys. It was like last night or the night before. But Jim died. Jim Senior died, passed. I'm sorry. He doesn't like the word die. I'm like, okay. He's like, get it right, Jason. So he passed, and he came through. It was so interesting because I had no idea that he passed on, and when was it, like early June or mid June or something. Something told me don't connect with the family yet. Even though they're my family, I also know them. I know that they want to be, by themselves, and they want to grieve in their own way. Well, it's so funny because when I was posting this on Facebook, Mandy asked, thank God, she asked, what time is it? Or what time is the broadcast? And so I was like, that's my sign to call her. And all of a sudden, Jim comes right through. Jim is, I'm not going to say was, I hate to use that word was. He still is. We still have our personalities over there. We just don't have a body. Although he says he has a rocking body. I'm like, whatever. But because he's younger, he's all hot and stuff. Fine, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that was my sign to call. It just so happened that Mandy and their family were there all together, and so I was able to talk to them. And Jim came through, and I'll just leave it at that. I won't get into the details, but yes. And you can probably see Daisy Duke. I have Daisy Duke back here. I have Lily here. She's nesting in my papers that I didn't pick up, whatever. But funny story, I just got to start with a funny story, not just Deb's story. I hope I got that right, Deb. But I love that. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. I could just, yeah. So I was coming home. I went to pick up some things at the supermarket. I get out and I hear, and that goes there last name because I forget what her last name is. I'm thinking, what the hell is wrong with people on my street? But there's this older woman who's obese. I'm not being mean. I didn't say that. I just did. She's a loudmouth, and her voice is one that carries. I'm getting out of my car, unloading my grocery stuff, and I'm wearing this, and okay, it's the summer, so I wear I'm not trying to. I wear, swim trunks. I'm not gonna. I work out, okay, but I get out, and she's like, I hear her all the way over there. Not there, but just over there. She's talking about, he's always wearing those sleazy, slutty shorts. I'm sorry, but my Mars kicked in, my inner Mars, the warrior. I didn't call her a bitch. I didn't call her a bitch. I just said, Linda, you wish you could fit into these. You wish you could fit into these. Anyway, that's my. But thinking though, she didn't hear me. So, Mom, if you're watching, she didn't hear me. She's deaf as a doornail, or how does that go? Anyway, but and by the way, have you guys been hearing about? Yeah, it kind of goes into goes into the segue, the UFOs. Just here in Meadowbrook, when I sit out on the stoop, um, Joe, you told that. Yeah, don't hate. Not just because the window's closed. Um, uh, Jody was telling her don't hate in the chat room. So, um, so what I wanted to talk about just briefly is because people are like, why are so many people leaving this earth? Why are they? I mean, we're having young people check out. And I use the term check out because some of them, unfortunately, have taken their lives. We've seen the highest it has been over the past two years due to the lockdown, among other things. But there's just a general depression that is hovering over this. You know what? When I just said that, my guide Gloria. It's like it's not just over this nation; it's over the world. And it doesn't have to do with COVID-19. By the way, COVID-19. I don't use that word because of YouTube, so I call it COVID-19. And the VACCINE, I call it the prick. So for future reference, then I'm going to be talking about that too. Um, so so yeah, due to COVID-19, and we lose people. I'm not saying that all of them died from that. That's grossly over exaggerated, but I digress. The thing is people are passing, and it's almost as if, and we're not having the chance to really say goodbye to them. They're just like leaving en mass. Um, well, earlier, I'm not sure if I did this back in. No, I didn't do the video back in 2020, in the winter when we had the what was it, the Jupiter Saturn conjunction on March, or I'm sorry, December 21st. The beginning of the solstice. That was a major shift in energy, okay? Because you had you had the expanse of Jupiter and the father time with Saturn. Time has like sped up, literally. And so, what I was telling my clients back in 2020 that this year, as far as numerology goes and astrology, I call it the Great Awakening, which means, if you take 2021 and add it together, you get 5. We reduce it. So if you take 2021 plus January 1st, 1 you get 7. And that's kind of where I go through with the personal year number of the world. And 7 is all about think about rest, think about the Sabbath, to make it holy. It's also technology. It's also Jupiter, but it's also very spiritual in nature. And so, those of you who have a 7 life path, they analyze shit to death, just like Virgos, and Virgo risings. Uh, but 7 is also a a big number as far as um, the afterlife and the other side and this side merging together. We're seeing more of that. I'm not surprised that many of my clients will come here or on the phone or via Zoom. They tell me, "Hey, I saw my dad, or I saw my sister just passed," because because I'm not saying because of the numbers. No, it's the energy. It's the planetary energies. They're aligning. They're creating different shifts in the matrix. I love that word. But I actually call them interdimensional rifting, like kind of rubbing up together so you see things. Which brings into the UFOs. I've seen 4. I'm serious. I've seen 4. Just sitting out here on the stoop in little old Meadowbrook. And many of you know where I live, so which is kind of scary. Not you guys, but some people. Yeah. But yeah, we're with UFOs. Yeah, I do believe in aliens. I'm like, please, freaking beam me up from this godforsaken place. But they never do. So I'm stuck here. But that's good. I'm here with you guys. So yes. So what are they doing? Maybe I should. I'm getting too comfortable. And hey, let me know. Is that too much back there? I mean, is it too bright? Right, it's kind of distracting. Hey, dude, you don't have to get up. Yeah, I know this is not professional. I shouldn't be doing this on the set. Who gives a shit, right? You don't care. As long as I keep talking and give you what you need, right? So, and here I go with my ADD. Yes, so what are they doing over there? Lots of things. What they told me, and interesting, seriously, Mandy and Jimmy and Eva, you guys shit. What Jim told me, Jim, okay, your father, your husband, your father-in-law, granddad, he says hi to the girls. And I can't wait to go to Ohio. I want to see you guys and just give you all hugs and kisses. Even you, Jim Jr., who, so anyway, the thing is, he says, yeah, there's a lot of people over here who are new. And so guess what he's doing? He's actually helping with his wisdom, the Wells family, with his wisdom throughout the years and his no bullshit way of telling things, he's helping the men who are crossing over. Because men, oh my God, it's the worst sometimes. We are so freaking stubborn on the earth. You know this. And we're babies when we get sick and blah, blah, blah. But when we go over to the other side, we are really big babies because we're like, well, okay, it's great to see everyone, but what about my family over here? I mean, yeah, we do care about the family we left behind, but it's like, okay, well, I don't know how to explain this. Oh, for God's sake, stop it. Jim, okay, I'm going to say this. Jim said they're pussies. He helps the pussies over there who cross over. He says, actually, correction here, okay? He did use that word, but what he meant was I get it. The younger men who are dumbasses and who OD and do stupid shit like that. Okay, That's what he's talking about. So he's the one who's over there helping them to. It's like, okay, dude, you're dead. Just like Deb's dad, Jude. Dude, you're dead. So let's accept it. I'm going to take you over here to your family, because a lot of times when they die like that, they're so afraid. Well, not afraid, but they do it so stupidly that out of fear, they block their loved ones out. Okay, I'm not saying this all the time, but we have angels now, like Jim, who's over there, and my God, if I ever cross over, of course, I'm not going to cross over like that because I don't want him up my ass. But yeah, yes, we're moving over there for a reason, and I hope that you guys don't misunderstand me when I say this. It's almost like heaven is okay. Earth is not heaven. This is not heaven. This is a prison planet. I'm sorry. That's just how I see it. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't have joy and love and so forth, but it sometimes just really freaking sucks. But part of it, though, is there is a spiritual awakening, and this is coming up, and I'm going to be getting into the astrology here in just a little bit. As far as us as a collective, with the planets and their different formations, they're going to, not force us, but they're going to kind of goad us into going within, and we're going to start questioning our beliefs in a good way. All right? In a good way. So, more importantly, it's going to be questioning society and saying, fuck you. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to say what I want as long as I do not hurt another person. All right? That is where, that's kind of like where I was getting at with this these upcoming transits, and what our assholes of the government are doing. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a shit. This really pisses me off. The one thing with the prick for COVID-19, I got it, and I got the Pfizer. I'm going to say this one thing, this little rant, a tiny one, I promise. It was so funny. My sister, Stacy, I was over Sunday with her and mom and dad and at the bar game, and she was telling me, well, did you hear what Biden calls people who didn't get the vaccine? I'm like, no, I don't watch the news. I feel like there's enough negative crap out there that if I need to know, Stacy will tell me what she did. She called people who didn't get their vaccines murderers. Now that's hearsay. But I'm thinking, okay, Biden, you can't even come out of your basement, and you don't even know where you are half the time. And by the way, I don't like him. I don't like Trump either. They both could not fight their way out of a paper bag, as far as I'm concerned. I don't like politicians. But anyway, that's my whole rant. I mean, if he did say you're murderers, I am so sick of people, not just Biden, but people on Facebook and this is what we're getting into the astrology here. People are just fucking crazy on Facebook. That's why I'm not on there. That they post stupid shit. Have you gotten your vaccine? Or have, they have this little, and I apologize if you have one of those little frames that say, I'm vaccinated, I apologize. I'm not making fun of you. I mean, you did it because you're proud. I get it, okay? But most of these people that I see on there are not just nut job liberal, but also not just left wing, but right wing assholes too that have them. And it's like, well, you're going to kill my grandmother and all this if you don't get vaccinated. Do you realize that there are people out there? This prick, all right, has not been FDA approved, or it's almost there, and it's not even approved as a vaccine. It's to be used in an emergency. Yes, I got it, and I got it because I trust it. I trust Dr. Wright. He sat down at Wright Family Practice, and that's it, Jason. I need to slow down. I need to take a chill pill. Actually, you know what? I cannot. Or no, I can't believe I'm going to do this on. Yeah, I'm going to take my Ritalin so I can slow the fuck down. And there, okay. And I'll talk about. I have so many stories. My God, you guys will crack up and enjoy it. So we'll see. This will kick in just a little bit. Yeah. So my advice right now, okay, going back to our losses, okay, and Cheryl, I won't say her last name. She's also a sister to me. She lost her nephew. I won't say the cause of death, but he was only 38, and he had 7 kids, and so. Yeah, and by the way, I know this is my channel. I am going to watch your, I'm going to read your, it is the emotional and spiritual bypassing. Yes, Kelly. Yes. Amen. What Kelly said, for those of you who are not in the chat room, she said it's the emotional and spiritual bypassing that really gets to me. And that's kind of why we're here. Why I do this is because many of us, I'm not going to say you, I'm included, even though I have family, you know, I get depressed. I feel lonely. And it's good for me to, you know, give back, to talk, just to talk. This is like my own therapy. So think about when you guys come here and you're sitting there with Daisy snoring. Probably can't even hear her, but she's snoring away. And you see that little indentation? This is where Fatso, I'm going to show, yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm going to show you really quick. Yeah, you can barely see her, but chubby, that's her indentation. I kid you not. Now, of course, I need to line that back up. So, yeah. It's a Lily Bell. I have my little names for my fur babies. It's Lily Bell, Daisy May, sometimes it's Daisy Duke or Dukey Duke or Dukers, all kinds of stuff. And Tabby, okay. Izzy. Oh, yeah. And you know what, Tabby, I'm going to come over and see, I'm going to meet all your fur babies and your scale babies, because Tabby has a bunch of reptiles and stuff. So, and I also have some stuff for you too, some surprises. Anyway, so yeah, without further ado, let's get down to the astrology. How about that, people? I'm going to kind of put you guys over here. And it's interesting how I actually, on this screen, I look really good. And on the big screen, I don't look like crap, but I wish I could show it. Anyway, I have a big screen and I have a small one. Okay, So, next week I'm going to do another one. I'm going to start doing some more. I'm going to do some more regular live streams because I just need to. All right. I know that many of you email me or text me afterwards, and you say, um, uh, uh, wonderful things and your donations. Thank you so much for those. Um, but what I'm going to do next week, because so this is the full moon. We got 2 weeks after that, and we got the new moon. I think I'm gonna have to do another one next Wednesday or Thursday, because this stuff is happening, as Jane can say. Uh, Jane Mullins on there. If you went to Jane, by the way, when I'm looking over here, I'm looking at the chat room, so I'm not like being rude. I'm trying not to. Jane, put your website up. I think it's Sacred Heart Journeys or something. But awesome lady. She's into astrology. Her daughter Amanda is, but next week or the following week, I'm going to go into, since we're in Leo. Actually, we're almost into Leo. 20 to 20. Well, bitch. Yeah, I'm looking at right at it. Yeah. Tomorrow it enters the sun. The sun enters the sign of Leo at 10:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's on the 22nd. Some people are saying the 23rd, and I'm sorry. No, you're wrong. I know I'm such a bitch sometimes. So this full moon in Aquarius, and it kind of also goes into what our loved ones are doing on the other side. It's all Aquarian. It's all Aquarius is, gosh, it's a hodgepodge of everything spiritual besides Pisces. But Aquarius is kind of like a detached kind of sign. I'm not saying that people who are Aquarians are detached. No. Now, my grandmother Hopkins was, she wasn't detached as in cold. She could look at a situation and see everything, the whole thing. Aquarius is ruled by Jupiter, and so we're going to be seeing Jupiter coming up here in just a few minutes. With the full moon, and it's going to be in 1 degree Aquarius, on Friday, July 23rd. Now, it's known as the Thunder Moon. I like the name the Buck Moon because it reminds me of Buck Naked, and I like buck naked people. So that's how I remember it. But the Buck Moon is on the 23rd in Aquarius. So think about the sign of Aquarius as the pioneer. Okay, that's one of the archetypes. The other archetype that we associate with that is I actually made this up, is the trailblazer. So Aquarian type people are put on the earth to basically be the pioneers, to try the newest things, to question. All right, and that's Scorpio too. Which, of course, I question the fuck out of everything. It drives people nuts. I'm not Scorpio though. But yeah, Aquarius is all about questioning. It's all about innovation. It's being the pioneer. And I love this story about the joke that Stephen Forrest, who's a wonderful author on evolutionary astrology and psychological astrology. That's what I practice. Um, but by the way, I will take your questions after I'm done with the because we got a lot to cover. I am kind of monitoring you guys. So here's the thing. Think of the first Aquarian as the female. There's this older female in a tribe, and she goes out, and this is like a nomadic times, hunter gatherer days. And she goes out there and she's picking berries, and she looks up and she sees this beautiful eagle fly by, and she starts to wonder what would it be like to be that eagle? He's so free. He sees everything. I want to see more. And so that seed gets planted into her head, and so she goes back to the tribe and she announces, "Hey, y'all, I'm not married. I don't have children. I'm going to set off on my own and see what's out there." And everyone around her, the society, like in our society, laughs at her. She goes out. Okay, she starts to explore. She sees new terrain. Unfortunately, 3 days later, she gets eaten by a lion. Now, here's the good thing, but the moral of the story is it's not bad. It's not bad. With Aquarius, that is what they're here to do. It's to seek new terrain. It's to find the newest technologies. It's to not create, because when we create something that comes from our heart, it's to inspire. Actually, that's also Libra, but I digress. So the full moon in Aquarius, this means that you're being asked to be more of a you're being asked to be more like a pioneer right now and to really search. And this is either if you're Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius, or Aquarius rising. Also, the other air signs, Gemini rising, Libra, and Libra rising. This full moon is going to pack a serious punch. And by the way, Miss Jane Mullins, if you want to add anything, seriously, I'm not that type of person where, don't ram my parade. I'm not that kind of bitch. Men can be bitches too, I know. But yes, if you have anything to add, Jane and Amanda, because they're into some amazing things with what is it called? The human design. You can look that up. If I got that wrong, let me know. But yes. So here's the second group of signs being affected by the full moon in Aquarius. It'll be the fire signs. Okay. So think of it's Leo, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The rest of us, you have to look at your natal chart to see where. Okay. If you have any planets in Aquarius, look at your natal chart to see where that is, and that's where it's going to affect you. And what I mean by that is, let's say you have Mercury in Aquarius in the fourth house. Okay, the house of comfort, home, all that good stuff. And it's more than just the home; it's parenting and all that. So what it's asking you is, how are you going to use this time to be a pioneer or a trailblazer, to take your manifestations up to the next level. So this is a very powerful full moon. The third thing I wanted well, I already told you guys. For the rest of us, we just need to look at our planets. I have a ton of planets in Aquarius. I think my Neptune is, but anyway. Yeah. So that being that, with that, also in the next couple of days, with the minor transits. When I talk about transits, I'm talking about how the planets interact, okay, on us, the energy, and when you're aware of the energies that are affecting us or not, then you can actually choose whether or not to. You can choose to ignore it, or you can go with the flow, or not do, or basically it gives you more choices. So, okay, Mercury enters Leo. Okay, so we're still in Leo now. On July the 27th, and this transit lasts. It's a long transit until August the 30th. Okay, so the sign of Leo is all about um, taking risks. And again, I will go into more detail with. And my eye is twitching for some reason. Why the hell is that? Maybe it's a spirit. They're not feeling one. They never twitch my eye. Anyway, maybe it's time to read into it more. Maybe I didn't get all my words in there. But anyway, I kind of went into this when Mercury is the planet of communication. But what people don't understand, though, is Mercury is also about listening. Okay? And Kelly, is it always? I hope I said that right. Let's see. Oops, that's okay. That's okay, Jane. She had a call. She missed it. Jane, what I was saying was, wherever I say, if you want to add to it, or if you want to add your website into the chat, do so, because people would love to know more about your healing and all that good stuff. And your story is amazing, what you've been through. She's been through a lot. I won't go into it, but one of these days I'm going to have her on. I'm looking to learn how to use Zoom to get guests on so that we can tag team you people and actually answer more of your questions. So, let's see here. So, with Mercury going into Leo, it's really easy. Evolutionary wise, speak the hell up. Speak up. That's what it's telling you. Leo is all about, okay, Leonine energy is all about taking center stage metaphorically. I'm not saying all Leos are stars and all that. No. What it means is that Leos are, that Leo energy says, okay, all right, your ideas, your innovations, your plans, your dreams, your goals, step right up. Okay, it's time to take some risks and time to be vulnerable. Vulnerability. That's why I'm on here. I'm not just the only reason why, but you do leave yourself vulnerable when you go online and tell your stories and all that, and your personal stuff. But then, I'm used to it, so I really don't give a shit. So I need to work on my vulnerability. But it's really so important that you speak up. Okay, so and there's two signs this is affecting in particular. So the 27th, July 27th, till August the, wait a second. Yeah, August 30th. I kept thinking it was July 30th. It's going to be for over a little bit over a month, this transit, when Mercury is in Leo. And it's going to force you, or it's going to give you the opportunities to actually speak your mind to your loved ones, to your bosses, to your neighbors. I'm sorry, I had to say that. I had another neighbor that I'd like to speak up to, yell at, but not, because that would not be spiritual. And Tabby knows who it is. So let me see here. So, remember, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. And so during this month, it's going to affect Gemini and Virgos. And of course, again, either Gemini and also Gemini rising or Virgo rising. That's me. So basically, it's with Gemini, it's kind of the opposite of the Virgo. Okay. So Gemini, if you're Gemini or Gemini rising, for the next till August 30th, learn to listen. All right, learn to listen. Learn to and not just listen, but also with your eyes, because we listen with our eyes too. What people say with the body language, which also I'm getting a body language class together too, which is so cool. So that's for Gemini. Now, you Virgos or you Virgo risings, and if you want to know what your rising sign is, you can go onto my website. It's down in the description, and click on shop, I think, and there should be the report, so you can get your native report for, I think, $14.95, and so it's computer generated, and that's a good thing. So let me see. I have Taurus, Gemini, Moon. Oh my gosh. And Tim is a Virgo. So is my son and my great granddaughter. Okay. So you got a lot of stuff going on there, Tab. That's all good stuff. I mean, and by the way, I'm going to text you, or actually text me your you and your hot husband's, I had to say that, his birthday, time of birth, and all that jazz, and yours, and I'll do your natal and your forecast, okay? It's a part of my little thing that I'm doing for you guys. So, before I lose my audience, oh my God, I just keep going off on other things. So here's the other thing. So for the Virgos and the Virgo risings like us, that's when we need to speak up. Okay. So over the next month, or actually it's it starts around the 27th and peaks around mid-August, and then but during that time, Virgo risings, speak the hell up. I mean, speak your truth. I'm not saying go into a church and stand on one of the pews and start yelling. No, they already do that there in some churches, but I digress. But speak your truth. If you want to, if you're feeling like you're being underappreciated in your relationship, mention it, okay? Because Virgo risings, during that time, we're gonna have that power of Mercury in Leo, because Leo is like, hey, I'm a lion and I would like to roar for you. I'm not even gonna try that, but I would like to get the point across. So you use my energy, use the sun's energy. Remember, the sun in this sign, okay? The sun rules Leo. So the sun is at its peak right now, for the next however many days of Leo. And then we go into, Virgo, I think, yeah. Okay, next. I hope I'm getting all these down. Jupiter enters its retrograde period into Aquarius on July the 28th, and this lasts to October the 18th. July 28th to October 28th. What does this mean? When Jupiter is like, I think I've said this, or maybe I've said this to many of you here in the office. You can look at Jupiter as Santa Claus, okay? Happy, expansive, jolly, but with no brains, okay? You have to give him the brains. You have to be the brains for Jupiter. When Jupiter enters retrograde, it doesn't mean that things are going to go to shit. and again, I'm going to love the next Mercury retrograde because I'm actually going to set things straight on these retrogrades. Not everything goes to hell in a handbasket, all right? Especially with Mercury retrograde. Think of a planet going into retrograde as retrogression or retracing. It's going backward. It's going back in memory. Okay? It's taking you back. It's making you go inward instead of outward because Jupiter is expansive. So here's the thing. It goes into Aquarius, retrograde back into Aquarius for July 20th through October 18th. What that's going to do is, again, we talked about Aquarius, okay? And I'm getting chills here. This is the heavy shit. We're going to find out a lot about what our government, and if you want to call it the shadow government, or and even in your own lives, you're going to find out a lot of different, unique, out of the ordinary, crazy shit that's been going on behind the wizard's curtain. All right. But more importantly, on a personal level, Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius is going to actually make you go inward. Okay, and it's going to say, Jupiter's going to say, okay, what is it that you really believe? All right? I'm foreseeing during this period, listen, that's July, August, September, that's 4 months almost. 3. During those 3 months, there's going to be a lot of people, especially Aquarians and air signs, and then, of course, the fire signs, and then the rest of us. Just like I just said with the full moon in Aquarius. So again, we have a lot of Aquarian energy during this time. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to feel fear. And there's going to be this tinge of fear, especially those of you, those of us who have lost loved ones, or even have experienced loss in general, like you lost a friend, or you had to say goodbye to a husband, the jerk off, or a jerk off lady, friend. I'll have to be equal. So Aquarius and Jupiter, it's all about questioning what society, which is Aquarius, okay, driven, teaches us, okay? So the next 3 months, I'm just going to say August 1st to October 18th. during that retrograde period, enunciate. That is when we are going to feel a lot of inward tugging at our souls, and I'm actually looking forward to it because number one, I don't like to feel fear as far as like phobic, phobia like of poverty or old age and stuff like that. I hate that. But as far as that feeling good fear, as in something is about to change, this is what's happening. Which leads me into the two more things, and then we'll get to the cards, and then whatever you guys want to talk about. Sound good? So okay. So the other thing for us Virgo risings and Virgos, the good news is remember when Mercury enters Leo, which is our planet. Well, Mars enters Virgo on the 29th for 2 weeks. So, so if you're a Virgo sun sign or a Virgo rising, this pertains to you. Also, let me see here because I'm looking at my inner chart here. Not my chart, but just the chart in general. It would also affect, Cancer and Cancer rising. I do remember that. So what is Mars entering Virgo on an evolutionary astrology perspective? Think of Mars as your inner warrior, okay? He's the god of war. Aries is too, yeah. But how do I put this? Because I'm reading that, I'm like, this doesn't give it justice. This is where, not just Virgos and Cancers, it's all of us, okay? So if you're not a Virgo or a Cancer, again, look at your chart, see where Virgo falls on the cusp of your house, your houses, the cusp of the house, or whatever planets you have in the sign of Virgo. And that is where you're going to need to, your inner warrior to kind of come out here. So what we need is, our inner warrior needs I'd say like a practical, logistical support system at this time. So during this transit, it's basically a period of preparation. Virgo, the sign of Virgo is all about skill set. It's all about the servant. So when we get into the sign of Virgo, hopefully that won't be that'll be a ways away because I love the summer. Well, I mean Virgo's in September anyway, but anyway. I know, shut up, Jason, just keep doing your stuff. So, what this means is, with Virgo, I'll do an evolutionary description of Virgo. Next recording, next live stream, I'll do an evolutionary description of your life theme, your life purpose, why you're here for Leo, since we're in the Leo sign now. How does that sound? I'll just do that for each sign as we go throughout the year. That way you guys will get to learn. So the inner warrior, Mars, that's also rage, anger, but good rage and anger in this case. Let me see here. Yeah. So what Mars is saying as he enters Virgo is, it's like, okay, what's your particular skill set? Do you have it down? What is your support system? What are your alliances? Okay, Virgo is in the 6th house, I believe. Yeah. a trial to Leo. So that's the 6th house of servants. Now, it doesn't mean your servants, okay? Your kids or, if you have maids, I wish. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have like a little houseboy or house, whatever. And you know what, Tabby? I would share them with you guys. Uh, Joking. I would not share them. Anyway, so, oh my God. Okay, so anyway. So with Mars and Virgo, here's what the question is. I'm going to read it word for word. What is it that I truly want? Okay? And I'm talking about your career. Okay? Career meaning your life purpose, that you get paid for being who you are. All right? You're using your skills, your talents. You're being the craftsman, which is another name for Virgo. And it's also being extra clear about your intentions and aspirations. So, especially in the new moon, or not new moon, the full moon, write that down. Write down what you want to manifest. And before I forget, I will have, some of you were asking me about the holy water. I am making holy water. It's not the Catholic priest version, God no. What we do is the Wicca version, the nature version, which is I collect rainwater, pure rainwater, and then I expose it to the full moon. It'll be an Aquarian energy this time around. I have these cute little frosted bottles, and I'm going to bottle them up, and I'm going to sell them. And I'm also making rose water, and which is excellent for the aura, and also your face. Anyway, and we all need that. We all need that radiance. We all have that anyway. But I'll get out some of the candles that I'm making too. Because during the full moon, I'll be charging all these suckers, and they'll be ready to go out. I don't know if I'm going to put them on the website. That's going to be kind of hard because I work 2 other jobs, and it's kind of hard when you get like an order and you have to ship it out and make sure it gets there. So maybe I'll just sell them during parties or something. But anyway, that kind of what reminded me of craftsman and skill set, Virgo. So really, all of us, look at your chart, look at your birth chart, your natal chart, and look where Mars is, look where Virgo is, and those are going to show you where you need to ask yourself, okay, am I on the right track? Look at your 6th house, all right, and see what planets are in there. See where you're at in your career, and really ask yourself, am I where I want to be? Am I happy? If you're not, you know what? Fucking quit. And people say this, oh, Jason, you're so irresponsible. When I say quit, I'm not saying go in tomorrow and flip the bird to your boss, although I know you'd like to, some of you. The thing is when you set your intentions, especially, and like I said, use this Martian energy, we call it Mars energy in Virgo on the July 29th, 2 weeks, you have 2 weeks, July 29th, mark it down, 2 weeks to get your stuff in order, okay? Your intentions, set your intentions, focus, your aspirations, where you want to be, and most importantly, you can't do it without other people. I cannot do this without you, okay? I would not be where I'm at if it weren't for all of you. Because, I mean, you send me people. I don't advertise. Obviously, I work 2 other jobs, but I love what I do. So, yeah, I get stressed out a lot too, but them's the breaks, right? That's life. So yes, that's what Mars entering Virgo on the July 29th means. And let me see if so yes, alliances. Make sure that you reach out to people. And don't give me this shit. Oh, well, Jason, uh, see, I actually know I'm not going to say who he or she is. I'm going to say Shim. All right, so you don't know if it's she or him. I know, that's whatever. But I just say they know a ton of powerful people in their lives. And they've done a lot for these powerful people. And this person is, or should I say, could be working, doing fantastic work with their particular talent if they would just reach out to these people. But they keep telling me, but Jason, you don't understand. I'm thinking, no, you don't understand. It's okay to take that risk. We're in Leo, okay? Leo is about taking risks. It's about being vulnerable. That's what Leo is all about. I know I'm getting into the evolutionary thing, but oh well. I'll do it next week too. So the full thing. Last but not least, this is so cool. How many of you? Well, of course. Or hey, Sherry. You know what? I'm almost done with the meteor showers. This is so cool. I just learned about this a few days ago about the comets. I know comets have a lot to do with astrology. Now, and Jane, if you're still there, you can comment in a little bit after I move you guys back to the screen back here. So I can see your comments. But we have two major meteor showers coming up, July 20th to the 30th, and then another one in mid-August. And meteor showers, I had no idea that they had to do with comets. And comets, I did know this, that when comets are very erratic. I mean, yeah, like the Halley's comet has a trajectory and all that stuff. But they're also known for their erratic nature, because sometimes they go off course a little bit and they go back on course. But the debris from the nearby comet hits our atmosphere, and what is it? I think it was just so freaking fascinating. It was like 90, I'm making it up probably, but like 90,000 miles per hour or something. Just heavy stuff. So there's two meteor showers, July 20th to the 30th, okay? And the signs of Aquarius, go figure, and Capricorn. So they're known as the Southern Delta Aquariids for Aquarius, and the Alpha Capricornids, which don't ask me why. These two meteor showers will combine 15 to 20 meteors each hour. So what does this do for us? We see that Jupiter is entering its retrograde period into Aquarius on July 28th. All right. When did the meteor showers hit? July 28th. Okay. Goosebumps. Let me just put it to you this way: when a comet is not every time, but when comets come like this, they herald or they precede history-making events. So, especially when they're in conjunction with a planet or a fixed star. Now, I'm not sure if they are if they're conjunct. All I do know is that the Libra. Well, one's in Aquarius, one's in Capricorn, but the actual comet itself is in the sign of Libra. So we're getting like what I'm picking up is like tensions. I'm gonna put you guys back over there so I can see and you guys can talk all you want to with me. Oh crap! Let me see. Hold on. Now you know how. Okay, there you go. So. I know that was a lot to chew on, and the cool thing is, yeah, it's been about an hour, so you can go back and I need to take some time out to actually timestamp these things because I've talked too damn much about other stupid stuff. I caught myself. Also, now that I'm kind of getting in a break period, and hello Claudia Johnson, and let me see, and Sherry Jordan, good to see you. Let me see her. Who else have I missed? Of course, Lisa Pierce, and of course my sister Jen Cox. We still need to get that book club going. Yeah, I talked about that. God, back in my last live was in May. So anyway, but yeah. The thing is you've been asking about astrology books for just ordinary people. Well, I mean, not that you're not ordinary. Sorry, here. Okay. She's more of an acquaintance, Sloan Bella. You can actually catch her live YouTube. She's fucking hilarious. She mentioned because I was watching her old live streams from back in 2020, and she got me onto these wonderful books. I don't know. The Only Way to Learn Astrology. This is by Marion March. Now, can you guys read that, or is that like reverse for you? Because it's when I'm looking at it, it's reverse here. Anyway, it's The Only Way to Learn Astrology, and there's like 6 volumes. And you know me, Virgo rising, I was like, oh my god, I have to buy them all. And so I did, and only 4 are here. Let's see. Oh, cool. Okay, you guys can see it. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, The Only Way to Learn Astrology by Marion, Marion D. March, and Joan McKevers. Just type in The Only Way to Learn Astrology. It's volumes 1 through 6, and they're just amazing. She actually goes all the way to the planetary ephemeris to 2050. Isn't that awesome? Because Lord knows, I hope I'm not. Please aliens, please beam me up. I got lost live. So I need to stop talking and take a drink and my vitamin. So, any questions, comments? Of course, you guys can't literally like talk, so I'm the mouthpiece. I do have the tarot decks, what I call the Naked People deck. For those of you who are new to my channel, my live stream, I think, was it You Deb, that I showed these to. um, these are just so much fun. I call it the naked people deck because, well, hell, I'm very open about sexuality and I'm a free spirit. So, hell, I have a full fifth house. So, sue me. But yeah, it's called tarot. Okay, we get the. Sorry to get so in your face. Um, yeah, Terror de la Magia Sexual. Okay, and of course I botched the pronunciation, but yeah, I actually use this deck whenever I have like a a woman or even a man who asks me about a relationship issue. So tonight, I have four decks. I'm spoiling you all. Um, I'm using four decks, not two. I'm using four. So the first one is going to be, we're going to divide it up into two groups. So I want you to pick whether you're in group one or group two. Okay. And so the first card that I choose will be the theme for the next week. Okay. So I'm going to make myself do another live feed next week. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to do it because people enjoy it. Who knows? I may get some more followers. I don't make money doing this. I just love doing this. Okay, it's just my way of giving back. Um, and okay. So theme, uh, the naked people, the sex deck will be relationships. Does not necessarily mean relationships with your with a boyfriend or girlfriend. It could be your boss, whatever. Okay, not that you gotta have sex with your boss, not unless he or she is really good looking and really wealthy, and you could get away with it, and they could, you could marry them and fall in love if you wanted to, or whatever. I mean, I could only wish. But then again, though, I always get fired from jobs. Not really. I've only gotten fired three times. No, once. The other two times I quit. I told them to freak off. So, okay. The third card will be the energy, what to expect in the nearby future. Okay, and I'm going to tie it into astrology. So yeah, the fourth deck, I love these. Where are they at? Because I always like to give them credit where credit's due. By Stacy DeMarco, beautiful deck. The Divine Animals Oracle. The first deck, which is the theme deck, is called the Prism Oracle. And it's just it's great to work with the chakras. And I'll show you. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, and the cards are just equally beautiful. So, and then, of course, I showed the sex deck. Actually, sexual magic, because sex is magic, sexual energy. And then our wonderful, colorful, radiant rider rate. I just love this. I already shuffled them right before I came on live because you don't want to see how I shuffle. Okay, I cannot shuffle with this shit, and so what I do is I take these and I put them on the ground. I just spread them out and just keep moving them, and then I collect them up and I kind of do the shuffling. So okay, so pick a group. So whether you're group one, group two. Okay, here we go. Your theme, group one. Okay, here we go. It's all about Aquarius. My God, flow, the water bearer. It's flow. Okay, let me see that one. Okay, come on. This damn camera. No, come on. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this damn thing. But anyway, it says flow. It shows these waves. Beautiful light blue. This is Group 1, this is about your throat chakra. This is why I'm wearing the blue, because I'm working on my communication, my enunciation. I have to work on that a lot. Group 1, your main theme for this next week is flow. I'm going to say next week to week and a half. Flow. Learning to go with the flow. Something is impeding you from moving forward. And so what is that? What relationship? And this could be a relationship with yourself too. So what I picked was the 8 of chalices, or the 8 of cups. And this better, I swear to God. Maybe but there we go. Boom. It's not too racy. So something tells me with the 8 of cups, yeah, you got some heavy emotions going here. Like I said, work with the Aquarian energy. Okay, go with the flow. And as you're saying, Jason, I'm going with flow. Well, honey, and I'm talking about men too. You need to relax a little bit more, take care of yourself a little bit more, get a massage, whatever, because you're tense as shit. And with the 8 of chalices or cups, it's choosing, okay, am I happy or not in my position in life or in this relationship? Now, yeah, it shows the 2 couples, just kind of dancing, yeah, and a lot. However, in the real 8 of cups, it's all about well, yeah, it's connected to Pisces. It's connected to no, actually, it's Cancer. But anyway, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, the water sign, Scorpio. What this is saying here is, okay, go with the flow, and actually trust your gut, because I feel like with the 8, this has to deal with a new cycle. In sacred geometry, numerology, that's what I'm writing about. That's what I'm studying. 7 is kind of like what we talked about earlier. Is the Great Awakening. It's like an ending. 8 is a periodic renewal. So group number 1, you're going through a periodic renewal. You're reevaluating a relationship or of some kind, and you're not really going with the flow. Or at least if you are, maybe you should relax a little bit more and buy some flow teas or something, or noodles, and so that you can have more. Basically, what it boils down to is 8 is I need safety. Okay, okay. Now, future. All right. Here's what's going to happen if you don't go with the flow. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, this is it. Yeah, I know how to do it. So, reversed, the people are over you. This is influences. This is the 7 of Wands, or batons, whatever you want to call them. This is all about you taking a stand and saying, okay, this is how I feel, or this is how it needs to be if I am to continue along this path with you, or even if it's with yourself, okay? And you know, if you replay this, it will make sense to you, okay? I promise. Now, everything that ties up, actually, I'm gonna wait and get and show that one at the very end for all of us. Okay, beautiful. The red crowned crane, and this is loyalty. You're gonna love this. Okay, let's get this up here. Isn't that beautiful? So this is 29. So 29, 2 and 9 is 11. 11 over 2, master number. And 11 is the master of illumination. 29 is also the number of, what is it? It's the number right before 30 that's almost at the end of the month. So this is telling me that the red crowned crane, and of course it shows this beautiful woman. Again, it all has to do with going with the flow. So group number one, people, take care of yourselves. Take some time off. Even though if you're on a vacation, actually, no, I don't give a shit if you have a vacation. I'm not telling you to take a vacation. I'm telling you to take a staycation with your family, because not from work, but from life. Because those of you in group one and group two, we've all suffered a lot. All right. So yeah, go with the flow. It's all about water. If you're afraid of the water, don't go near it. But go swimming, go wading. You know, go to a nearby water stream or something. If you lost a loved one, one of the most beautiful things I learned uh, that we're going to incorporate into the legacy, which is the church, is, I forget what it's called, but it's the practice of teshuvah, or redemption, and it's writing down on a piece of paper and making it into a boat, writing down all the things that you wanted to say to your loved one, or the stuff that you want to get rid of, okay? And then just sending it down the river, all right? Or you can do it white trash way, like I do sometimes. I get pissed off and I take out toilet paper and I write it down with felt pen. I just flush that mother effer down. Oh well. So that's number two. That's for you guys. Okay, I'm sorry, not number one. I know it's getting late, so I promise I'm wrapping up in just a few minutes here. Okay, number two, group number two. Your theme. Wow. I'm not even going to say it. I chose group number two. How synchronistic is this? Isn't that wild? The theme is fear. And it's what we've been talking about this whole night. It's Aquarius. It's trying things new. It's going into new horizons. It's believing in yourself. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And there's a reason why there's an arch there, okay, in the darkness, because you gotta go through it. Okay, group two. This is me. That's what we have to do, is we have to just go through it and feel it together. See, that's the whole thing, is we do it together. So here's the thing, what I want to do for homework, for everyone, is and I don't want you to put your name. I mean, if you want to put your name, that's fine. But I want to make a web page on jasontshields.com for my biggest fear is, or my fears are, and at the top or at the bottom, at the top, I'm going to say releasing, letting go. Um, Send them to me through the contact page, or text them to me, wherever. And I'll make a special page on there for people to go on. And if you want to, take a picture of your fear, or what that means to you, and along with the story behind it. So if you're afraid of spiders, which of course, I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, I am to an extent. So that's why I want Tabby to get a tarantula so I can go over there and let it crawl on me, because I actually think that they're kind of cute. But anyway, so fear. It's walking through fear. This is our theme for the next week and a half. It's what are we afraid of? What are we not? What are we not believing in? Or what's the word? Okay, Mercury, come on. You can't get into Leo fast enough. My gosh. It's what am I afraid of, and what can I do to face it? Okay, face it and erase it. So I didn't make that up, by the way. I wish I did. So relationships that are involved. Okay. Oh, well, no, I actually got two. I'm not going to. I'm not doing this. You're not doing this to me. Jim is fucking with me. He's been here the whole time, by the way. For those of you who don't know, Jim was like kind of like an older brother to me. Okay, you see the picture there? With fear. Okay, so we have to ask ourselves, what are we most afraid of? This is the Seven of Swords. Swords is all about air. It's all about the air signs, which we've been talking about. Gemini, I know I really screwed this up. Libra and Sagittarius. No, that's fire. Aquarius. That's how I remember it. Aquarius. It's not just about the air signs, it's about communication. All right. So it's like, what are we not voicing? What are we afraid to voice? Because if we're going to be stubborn, okay, like these two people. So this is telling me, and I know who this is in my life. And I'm not going to say your name because your name is well known. But, brother, I love you. And just in case you're watching, I'm still going to continue to text you and say I love you. Even though I know you're really busy. And when I say brother, I'm not talking about my actual brother. I mean, he is my brother, but from another mother. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so makes sense, script 2. Fear, facing the fear, and not being stubborn, making sure that you see eye to eye with your partner, or this is actually what I get is a stalemate here. The Seven of Wands is, the Seven is like, okay, this is a period of a stalemate, and then 8 comes, periodic renewal, and I remember Tabby said that her life number was 8, and that makes a lot of sense with you, girl. We'll have to talk about that. Let's see. The clarification of the future card for us. Okay. We got the Wands again, only the Ace of Wands reversed. It's always, I always tell people to turn the frown upside down. Yeah, I know that's kind of cheesy. So group 2, because of the fear that we have, and this may be fear that is subconscious. So during the next 3 days, take the time out just to talk to your spirit guides, okay? Deb knows her spirit guides. I remember we ended up talking for a couple hours. So if you don't know who your spirit guides, book a session. I actually get their names and what they do and stuff. But yeah, if you don't know your guides, you don't have to book a session. I'm teasing. Um, uh, just ask them. You don't need to know their names. Just say, hey, I know you're there. I need some guidance or I'm afraid. And that's the other thing. We're going to go into some psychology here, but before I do that, for us, okay, this is cool. The culmination card, oh God, you're going to love this. Okay, come on. The beaver, isn't he cute? It's called work. It's that's the title to the beaver, work. This is how we get through the fear. Okay, this goes into the depression. When I'm depressed, when you guys, when you ladies and gentlemen are depressed, the one thing I know that's one of the best things to do. I mean, yeah, to go see family, be around family, yes, but you can still be depressed around family, and many of you know that too, as well too. Um, the one thing that saved my life was exercise. Um, when I'm out there doing push-ups and I'm a freak when it comes to it because I have so much pent-up energy and anxiety that I just have to get it out. So yeah, and by the way, Tab Holland, Tabby is my neighbor across the street, so she knows. She sees me out there mowing. I'm sure it's irritating as fuck. I mow like every other day just to do it. Okay, just because it gets me out there. And I even texted her, and I said, hey, because Tim works night shift and he gets tired. By the way, your yard's looking fantastic. Um, but I even offered to cut their lawn, and just to get the energy out. And that still goes. I mean, if you ever need me to, well, no, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. You know what? Okay. Tabby is the one. If you, how many of you were on the last live stream? I told you about that whole nonsense. It was funny as fuck. But the drunk lady and the well, so now okay. Before I go into the story though, group two, I know ADD. Group two. Does that make sense to you guys? The beaver. We need to work through it. We need to just work through it. We need to talk, speak, and again, we're going to do what we call the fear board. It's going to be a virtual board on jasontshows.com, and I think it's going to be cool. Yeah, talk to me, people. Yeah, there's 16 people in here, so yes, she was. Um, uh, the neighbor actually. Long, boring story short. Actually, it's not boring, but what was it, like a month and a half ago? Maybe 2 months. No, it was more than that because it was in May. So we're celebrating our 2 month anniversary. Because it was May 21st when I did my last. This manic woman that's next to Tabby is drunk off her ass. And she's also, anyway, she goes over to their house. Long story short, she tries to barge her way in. she calls the police because Tabby's husband, Tim, pushes the door closed, to try and keep the nut job from getting in. And next thing you know, we're out, John and I are out smoking a cigar, and yeah, that's what we do. Um, and we're talking to Tabby. So that's how we met through we call her the drunk. We all call her some other names. Crack whore, not her, but crack whore is is the one who's living with her now. She is a hot mess. Skinny. She talks to herself, and her teeth. Oh my god. Anyway, so okay, so to wrap everything up, here is what I wanted to show you for all of us. All right. This is what I chose. I didn't choose it. It chose me. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Very good. So this is 6, which is nurturing and family at structure, function, order, and geometry. And the honeybee is reciprocity. So I want you to, it's good that you haven't seen her. Oh my God. I see her all the freaking time, the neighbor. So with reciprocity, this is what I want us to do is do something for someone else who you don't know, okay? Whether you give them $20 or I'm not tooting my own horn, but I sometimes like to just, when I'm driving down the street, I'll stop. If I see someone walking down the road and Spirit tells me to stop and give them a $20 bill, I'm like, right now, I mean, my song's playing. I seriously, that's how I am. It's like out there, they're like, Jason, we're just kick the fucking shit out of you. But I stop and I give it with all my heart and my love. I just said, hey, here. The Holy Spirit just told me to give this to you. If you want, keep it. If you want to pay it forward, you can. So, reciprocity. True reciprocity is, yes, Kelly, thank you. Thank you so much. Synchronicity. We'll talk about that in another live stream. And the thing is as I do more of these, I'll get into more of a flow. I won't always do the cards. I'll just talk. How's that? That is if you enjoy hearing, whatever topics I talk about. So, because I know I tend to go on long, but I enjoy it, and as long as you guys are here listening and getting something out of this, then yeah, I'll continue to do them. But some of you have been asking, actually a lot of people, which I can't believe. Okay, that's not a good thing. I can believe it. Okay, I do believe this. I need to stop with that. People email me after watching the show live stream, and they will thank me or they'll have something kind to say or a question or something, and they're like, and they're asking, where's the super chat? With the super chat is fuck tubes, and I mean to say that YouTube fuck tube. YouTube requires that I have 1,000 subscribers and oh god, like 20,000 hours of view time before you guys can actually donate to me. Which, number one, I'm not asking for donations now. You don't see me as, oh, praise Jesus. The Lord said that I need $1,000 or I'm gonna die. No, I don't do that crap. No, but I am receptive though, and so that's why I did put down in the link below. You don't have to, but for those of you who are rewatching this, the PayPal. If you have PayPal, I think even if you don't, there's a friends and family thing where you can just send money straight to my account, and they won't ding me for it. They won't what's the word? They won't charge me for it. All right, and it's a way for people to help keep this going because again, I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying it's down there for those of you who have asked for it. Okay, so I'm not like what I'm going to so whatever donations. Let me know where you'd like where you would. And here I go again. I'm not drinking enough. I'm so sorry. Um, but see, this is why I love this because this is who I am. This is me. But yeah. The money I'll use for living, so it goes into and for kitty cat food, or I mean, if you donate and say, hey, here's $50 or $49, give it to the kitty cat food fund or the coffee fund. Sorry, Jen Cox, Jennifer Cox. I am drinking coffee, but only 1 cup a day. So that's it. I promise. But yeah. That's why that's down there. But yes. I think that is it. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. And this is actually just us spending time together. And this is so cool because I bet. And Deb, I love you too. Deb, it was so cute. Deb texted me the other night and she said, Jason, I've never been on, I've never watched the YouTube live stream. Uh, I'm going to be in my pajamas. Can they see me? I just like cracked up because, because she thought there was like a Zoom type thing, maybe with all the. No, I assure you, you guys cannot. They can't see you, Deb, in your jammies. But yes, I love you too. And Claudia, thank you. Thank you. Um, and I'm not sure if the bros are still in here, but uh, remember, oh, hardly. You know what, guys? You should see Deb, okay? Thank God she's married, okay? Because she looks like she's in the. Yeah, I know, Kelly. She is the most beautiful soul. Um, um, one of the most beautiful souls because I know so many people who are such wonderful blessings to me. One thing I would like us to do before I end um, is let's think about not ourselves, but someone in our life. And for me, I'm going to do it for the Wells family. Mandy, okay, love you guys. I'm going to do it for the Wells family right now. And if you guys want to join me with that, just close your eyes and think of them and the light of God and the light of love and surround them and even people in your own life. And the beautiful thing is, all you have to do is you think about them, and then you say in your heart or aloud, I behold you with the light of love. All right? And so tonight, so get your pens and paper out or typing, your GPRs. This is what we do in the legacy. G stands for gratitude. P stands for so think of GPR 3, okay, GPR, but 333. So 3 things that you're grateful for. And this is hard, especially when you lose a loved one. That it's like, but you know what? I'm going to say how grateful I am out loud for having known Jim. He is, I say he is, because I can feel him, I can talk to him. I know that it's hard for you, the family, too. But I'm thankful for him. I'm grateful for his presence and for the time I had to know him. I'm not going to get angry that myself, I'm saying, I'm not going to get angry and say that I'm not going to ever see him again, or that I'm losing out in the future. Yes, I'm gonna miss him terribly, but I thank God for his presence in my life, physically and spiritually. Because I know you're not gonna stop bugging the shit out of me. Let's see here. So I want you guys to think of 3 things that you're grateful for. Okay. P stands for prosperity. So when we do our grateful, if you want to, you don't have to do the hand thing. Let's see. I'm grateful for, or you can just I'm grateful for da 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 da. Okay. That could be just 3 simple things, or 3 people. With prosperity, 3 things that you want to send prosperity or healing. So P stands for prosperity. It just worked out better that way instead of GHR. Sounds kind of weird. So P stands for prosperity, healing. So we send it this way if you want to do the hand gestures. So we send healing to all the families that have lost loved ones or who are in need of prosperity. Okay, that's how that works. And then R is one of the most important ones. And that's release. 3 things or people or inner phobias that my God, I've been talking a lot tonight. Jeez. It could be 3 things: habits, phobias, fears that you want to release. And what I'm going to do is I will, once I get the GPR exercise written down, there are certain things that you say after it. So here's where we go to the fear with group 2, which is my group. So let's say I have a fear of failure. Okay, so I'm out there smoking a cigar on the stoop. Listen to me, I sound like I'm on 227. Do you remember that show? You guys are all old enough to remember 227. Being on the stoop. I mean, I'm not on the stoop watching for the UFOs. Yeah, you remember Kelly? Yeah. I loved it. I loved Kelly. So the thing is when I'm on the stoop, that's when I do my GPR. So releasing is forgiveness. It's forgiving yourself or it's forgiving someone else. It doesn't mean forgetting. What it is okay. You know what? We'll use the bitch. Okay, I shouldn't say the bitch. Her name is Jennifer. I'm not going to say her last name because I don't know her last name. But what I do, and seriously, Tabby, when you see me out, I don't know if you're awake. Let me see. Someone said something about caffeine, which is You make the world bright, caffeine and awe. Jennifer, isn't that funny how the word caffeine that jumped out at me? Because I just love coffee. Anyway, so, um, oh, and thank you. Oh gosh, who is it? Marla. You know who you are. You sent me a $10 Starbucks card, and I promised I did use it. I did not use no sugar. It was just straight double shot. Yeah, I know, Jen. It was the double shot latte, but anyway. But yes, let's say it's a caffeine addiction, or let's say it's a person. So Jennifer, yeah, she can't hear me now because she's probably drunk, passed out by now. And her husband Justin. So every night, seriously, it has been peaceful. It has been peaceful for the past 2 weeks, actually, I think. But what I've done is in my mind or in my breath, I'll say, Jennifer, I forgive you. I fully and freely forgive. I loose you and let you go. I let go and grow. I let go and trust in the light. I know that's a mouthful. So that's why I'm going to write it down. And it'll be in the mini book that I'm writing. It's called either the light or the louder, because it's all about the Kabbalah and the tree of life, and it's a spiritual movement to where you work on yourself. Yep, they just got it out there. And Miss Lily's right here too. Um, but yes, I will have those prayers. But my point, how I went to the GPR, was the release. Okay, so with the fear, group 2, and group 1. Yeah, email me. Sign up online to the portal, whatever you want to call it, the contact. If you haven't, if you've already done that, you can go through it again and just send me what your greatest fear is, and let me know if you want me to include your name. And what we're going to do is at the bottom or at the top, I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to say, I fully and freely release, and then this fear or blank, I loose you and let you go. I let go and grow. I let go and trust and the light of what we call Ein Sof, that limitless light of God that surrounds us all, the unknowable, but yet the knowable. Okay, so but yes, again, so yeah, GPR. All right, gratitude, prosperity, healing, and release. Okay, those 3 things. It's a great way to teach your kids to get in touch with their own personal spiritual contact with God, or whoever you want to call God, and so forth. So now, were you here, Daisy? Okay. Yeah, she's ready to go OUT. So, but listen, you guys have a fantastic evening, and I knew I was going to go 2 hours. I knew it. I had it on my calendar anyway. So, so from Meadowbrook, Anderson, Indiana. I love you, and yes, stay in touch. Best way to get a hold of me, not to get a hold of me, is to learn about the next live stream will be on Facebook. Okay, and I'll also be redoing my oh my god, my website, because I need to take a new picture, and so forth. And so yes, let's see, I have an abandonment of people leaving me, and I misreleased that. Good for you. You know what? All right, I'm with you on that. I have the same fear, especially in older age. I'm scared to death of being alone and without family. But I know that is a fear. I need to work through it. So But yes, Kelly, thank you so much. I love you. I know I haven't met all of you, but thank you. I love you guys, and I gotta go so I can just chill out. Much love to you, and I'll see you next week, definitely. Okay. All right. Bye, bye, guys.